Hey everybody, this is Troy with eBuzz Central. Today we're taking a look at GeckoLinux. Before we get started, please don't forget, like and subscribe to my channel. Doesn't cost anything, and if you end up not liking me, you can always unsubscribe. Plus, if you do subscribe, you get entered into the Dell XPS 13 giveaway that we are doing on October 31st, 2021. GeckoLinux, awesome distribution. I just loaded it up in VM, played around with it for a couple minutes. Just wanted to go over it real quick with you. GeckoLinux is based on openSUSE. You got two options. You can go with the static version of GeckoLinux, which is based on Leap 15.3, or you can go with Gecko's Rolling Edition, which is based on openSUSE Tumbleweed. As you all know, openSUSE Tumbleweed is their rolling distribution, and then openSUSE Leap is their one based on long-term support. So it stays a little longer. It doesn't get as many updates. Not, as they say in the Arch world, bleeding edge. But what we're going to do is zip on over real quick what they're advertising as Linux for detail-oriented geckos. And it is available in Cinnamon, XFCE, GNOME, Plasma, Barebones, LXQT, Budgie, and Mate. No matter what desktop environment you prefer, you can pretty much get your choice of it right here. And obviously, if you don't like any of these and you want to go with a window manager, you can obviously go download that. Let's take our Gecko self, close Firefox out, and this is what you're met with. When you first boot up on a live USB or you first boot up in a virtual machine, this is the screen you're met with. Pretty standard. Let's right click over here. Let's configure the desktop, see if we can change the background, see what kind of wallpapers they have out of the box. So you've got your next, you've got your openSUSE default, and then you got the Zwapper green, which is the one we have now. I will just leave the green up there and we will close out of that. And down here, you've got your file manager. Let's open it up. That should be Dolphin. And there is Dolphin right up top. Let's go ahead and make that bigger so we can see. You've got your basic areas over here, your places, your remote, your recent, your search for, your devices, removable devices. And as always, if you want to make the icons bigger, you can go to a medium, or you can even make it bigger and go to a huge or a large. There's your large. So we'll just look at that for a second. You've got everything over here, your home, desktop, documents, downloads, your basic file managers. If there's something over here you don't want to show, it's real easy in KDE. Just right click on it, hide it, and it disappears. Search for, if you want to hide it, you can hide it and it disappears. That's pretty easy. You've got the Dolphin file manager. That's pretty standard. So let's close out of that. You've got your Expose, which is your window and workspace manager. You got show desktop, volume, battery, eject device. You've got internet, and then you've got your hidden icons. It's got notifications, clipboard, night control, and keyboard indicator hidden, and then date and time over here. Let's open the menu, and out of the box, you got the standard menu. But as you know, on KDE, all you gotta do is right click it. If you want to see an alternative menu, you can go to application dashboard. You can have that instead. Application launcher. Then you've got the old school KDE look, and we'll just switch back to the application menu. So you open that up, you got your recent application, recent documents, graphics. You got GwenView, ColorPaint, LibreOffice Draw, Ocular, Scanlight, Internet, Firefox, KTorrent, Pigeon, Thunderbird for mail. Multimedia, you got Clementine, VLC Media Player. Office, you've got the LibreOffice Suite settings. Let's go over and look at system settings real quick. And just like on any KDE distribution, you've got your global theme. You can go with a Breeze Light, Breeze Dark. Let's switch it over to dark real quick. Okay, there's the dark. You can change your plasma style. Right now it's Breeze Dark. You can change it to Oxygen, Numex, Breeze. Like with all my other reviews, anything KDE, if what's up here is not to your liking, just go down here to get new plasma styles and you can change it up. There's thousands of them to download. You got your application style. You can change the way your applications look. Colors, fonts. I'm going to make the fonts a bit bigger. Go ahead and adjust all fonts. Size, let's bump that up to 13. Okay, apply. That way it's a little bit easier to see and should be easier to see with you in the video. So let's close that. Let's go back. You've got icons, cursors, workspace behavior, window management. You've got your standard KDE settings menu. Pretty much lets you customize everything. So let's go ahead and close out of that. Back under settings, you got SAX3. We were just in system settings. Then you have YASC. Let's open that up. Here is your YASC control center. This is for software, hardware, system, network services, security, support, miscellaneous. You want to do a media check. You want to do online updates, software repositories, software management. You can click on software management and it brings up, it says starting the software manager. It's initializing the target system, and then it'll load the configured repositories. This sometimes takes a bit in a live environment. So when it's done, I'll get back with you. Okay, it is now done and it updated. It took about 2.5 minutes, but like I said, I'm in a live environment, so sometimes it takes a little longer. So now we can go over here and we can look and see what's already installed, or we can do a search to find the packages that we want. So let's say we wanted to download OBS. So OBS, search. It brings it up. We can scroll down through here. There's OBS. OBS as an app image, or you can apply it, download files. So there's 2 or 3 different ways you could do this. but there's OBS. You can also do the same thing with Kdenlive. Do a search. There's Kdenlive, nonlinear video editor. So that's how you would control your software inside of GeckoLinux. So let's go ahead and close out of the software manager. And then in YAST, you also got your system keyboard layout, printer, date, time, all your base settings here. You can check your hardware. You can check your system, network services, security, support, and miscellaneous. But that's the YAST control center. Let's go ahead and close out of that. Come back down here, system. That was settings. So system, we've got Arc, Dolphin, File Manager, Super User Mode, Gparted, Info Center, Install System, Kfind, Console. Let's see if they got HTOP installed. HTOP isn't found. Let's see if they got top. Top is found. Let's maximize. It shows that it is using 440 megabytes of the 2 gigs of RAM that I have, and it's at rest. So it's only using 440 megs at rest. It does have a swap built in of 2 gigs. It's using 122 of the swap. So in total, right at 500 megabytes at rest. That's not bad at all. Let's close that out. Let's check KSysGuard. KSysGuard will give us a different system load look. Memory, it says 0.39 of 1.9 gigabytes used, and then on swap 0.13 of 1.9. So we're still right at about 500 megabytes at rest. That is lightweight. For KDE, that is extremely lightweight. CPUs running anywhere between 2 and 4%. I've only issued it 2 CPUs and 2 gigabytes of RAM. As you can see, it's operating quite smoothly and quite well. So on a newer system, this operating system will fly. On an older system, it will function great. So if you've got an older laptop or you got an older desktop sitting around and you want to throw something on it so that you can get work done on, this is definitely a distribution to take a look at. So let's go ahead and close out of that. Back over to system. We got print settings, SAX3, terminal, YAST software, utilities. You got Arc, Kcalc, Kfind, and Spectacle, which is your screenshot. Let's go down here and right click on the panel. Edit panel. Let's see if we can make it a little bigger. We can just drag that up so we can see it a little better. Widgets. Let's see what widgets. Analog clock, activity pager, weather. If you're going to be new to Linux, I truly recommend you give the KDE desktop environment a shot. Let's see. Weather report. Let's just drag it over here. Let's configure it. We're going to go with, let's go with NOAA and let's look for Dallas. Dallas Love Field. Select. Apply. Close out of the widget. Now we can enter edit mode. We can move it around at that point. There's plenty of widgets. There's what comes with the OS out of the box. And then, of course, there's the widgets that you can download. And there are hundreds of those. So, I mean, KDE, the environment in and of itself, I think is the best on Linux. If you're somebody that likes using window managers and stuff like that, of course, those are going to be lighter weight. But, I mean, at present, running 500 megabytes in a KDE environment on an openSUSE-based system is definitely strong. That's the beauty of Linux because there's so many desktop environments. You're not trapped into the Mac OS Windows world. This was GeckoLinux. Definitely something to take a look at. It's definitely impressive. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Doesn't cost anything. And if you end up not liking me, you can always unsubscribe. And if you do, that enters you into the Dell XPS 13 giveaway we're doing on October 31st, 2021. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next video.